The latest on that holiday miracle, a California mom missing for 3 weeks found alive on Thanksgiving morning, and police are now looking for 2 women in connection with the case. ABC's Kana Whitworth is in Redding, California with those new details. Good morning, Kana.
Amy, good morning. We've learned that Keith and Sherri Papini called the local mayor to offer up a tearful thank you for the community's efforts in finding her. We're also hearing from a woman who called 911 the morning she was found, saying that she looked terrified. This morning, the hunt is on for alleged kidnappers after a missing Northern California mother who was reportedly held captive for 3 weeks was discovered along this road.
CHP is advising she is heavily battered, and it is confirmed kidnapping.
Authorities say 34-year-old Sherri Papini was terrified and could only offer a vague description of her captors, telling police to look for 2 Hispanic women armed with a handgun driving a dark SUV. Allison Sutton spotted Papini on the side of the road in the early morning hours and called police.
I saw a woman with long blonde hair by the side of the road, kind of frantically waving what looked like a shirt.
Papini told authorities her captors just dropped her off right there behind me, 150 miles from her home on Thanksgiving Day. Authorities say she was bound with restraints, but was able to flag down a passing driver.
I figured if she was willing to risk being hit by a car, she must really need help.
Like a chain with the quarter-inch heavy chain and hose clamps on her wrist.
Investigators analyzing the restraints along with Papini's clothing for DNA evidence. Now, authorities searching through surveillance video from traffic cameras, homes, businesses, and hotels in Redding and Yolo County. They are also investigating Papini's past, including a previous marriage, and searching her online activity. The Shasta County Sheriff telling ABC News, currently we have no reason to disbelieve Miss Papini's story. She has been assaulted. Sherri Papini was treated at an area hospital and released, her husband immediately by her side. I spoke with the sheriff and he tells me that he plans on interviewing Sherri Papini again this week, reiterating to me, Amy, that if she could remember the slightest detail, it could help lead to a break in this case.
All right, Kana, thank you so much. And joining us now is ABC's Brad Garrett, a former FBI special agent, and veteran felony prosecutor Nancy Grace. Good morning to both of you. And Nancy, what a remarkable story. I remember right there on Thanksgiving morning seeing this on my phone and thinking, I can't believe this outcome. How unusual is this type of story?
Well, of course, skeptics believe that it's a hoax, but I'm not so sure that that's true. The police are saying, the sheriff is saying they have no reason to disbelieve her. And they also say that they are investigating her past. Here is the rub. Here's the fly in the ointment. It's extremely rare for women to commit a violent crime. And that's not just an anecdotal statement. According to the Department of Justice, the U.S. Department of Justice, about 75.6% of crimes are committed by men. Okay? So to hear of 2 women committing a violent felony, kidnap, beating her this way, restraining her this way, and as of yet there's no motive, that's why people are skeptical. But I can tell you this, I've seen even stranger scenarios that are true.
Okay. And Brad, let me ask you this, because yes, Sherri Papini was found battered. She was found chained. Police are looking for those 2 women. What do you make of the scene that was set?
Well, first of all, we don't know what role these women played. Could they have been involved in the kidnapping? Of course. But figuring out their position in this whole thing, did they find her? Were they associated with the bad guys who ultimately kidnapped her and they dropped her off? The real key is the small details she can remember. What was the room like? What did it smell like? Was it near a barn? Did she hear animals? Did she hear traffic? Were people on cell phones? She's going to listen for accents. All of those little clues combined with social media may find these guys.
Nancy, do you think that there are any other avenues investigators should be pursuing right now?
Oh, absolutely. And what Brad just said sparked my mind. A cell tower dump would be very beneficial right now. In other words, cell tower near the spot where she was taken, very near her home, where they found her earbuds and her cell phone and strands of her hair in the earbuds. A cell tower dump would give you every cell phone that passed, that was turned on at that moment, within that hour, and that would be very, very helpful. They are looking at computers, they are looking at iPhones, and what's missing here is any motive on her part. Why would she do this? Why would she restrain herself and beat herself in a way that made them take her to the hospital? Before I'm going to be a skeptic and cynical, I'm choosing to believe her right now and think we should be thankful she's home.
All right, Nancy Grace and Brad Garrett, thank you both. We appreciate it.